Hello everyone and welcome to Eligible Monster, the gaming channel that I sit on with myself, Dan, and Natalie, and we have various discussions about gaming topics. You may know us from Comic Storian, you may know us from Zodical Candy, you may know us from, what are you going by now?
Dan T. Streamer.
Okay, I was just trying to, I don't want to say the wrong thing, that's all it was.
I appreciate you asking instead of giving like 5 different names and saying, guess which one.
But yeah, no, we're back, the Christmas season is over, we're back. I'm going to film a quick discussion here with Dan, and then Natalie and I are going to do some discussions, so make sure you're subscribed to get all that content. But today's topic, you know it because you looked at the title of the video. What makes a dead game dead? Now, here, I have a rationality behind this. Okay. I thought you'd be good for this topic because you play all the dead games.
That I do.
So I was going through forums, I was going through stuff, looking for gaming news.
Okay.
And recently I've been seeing a reoccurring theme. Overwatch is dead. Now, I haven't played Overwatch in a while. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you have either. I think you've been doing Destiny and Call of Duty.
Yeah, not super recently.
Yeah. But that got me thinking. Oh, first off, Overwatch isn't dead. Just because you're not playing a game anymore does not mean that that game is dead.
Yeah.
You lost interest in that game. I think Overwatch still has consistently large numbers, consistently large things happening to it. Just because they're either in a content route or they are doing something the fan base isn't a huge fan of does not mean a game has died. But that got me thinking. Okay, obviously, only a moron would think Overwatch is dead. But at what point is a game dead? Because I think Heroes of the Storm just dropped all of its esports stuff, but they're like, hey, we're still going to continue supporting it. But does that make Heroes dead?
I think that the biggest thing there is what is defined as dead. Because the term, someone saying Overwatch is dead, in terms of like
you know what
gameplay
I know? You know what I know irritates you? Oh, you still play Destiny? I thought the game was dead.
Exactly, and that's what I feel like nowadays when people consider something dead, it's not so much as the game is no longer played. I don't think it's that anymore. I think it's a game is considered dead once it loses its prevalence in news. Because while Overwatch still has a large player base, most of the time when you hear a shooter game being mentioned, it's Fortnite. Just like PUBG.
Or even Call of Duty's all over the place.
Yeah, right now. PUBG you could be considered dead because whenever a battle royale is mentioned, it's Fortnite.
See, I get what you're saying. So your theory is that the term dead no longer depends on the player base, but how important that game is.
Yes, how important it is
in the gaming sphere.
Exactly, or as things progress, because Overwatch also could be considered dead in the off seasons of esports.
Yeah.
Because when the Overwatch League is going, more people are playing because they're seeing more Overwatch League in the news or on TV or on Twitch. They're seeing it, it's popping up, but when it's not on, Overwatch is just to the people that play it. I mean, Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
For me, what I've always considered dead is something like Lawbreakers. It never got its footing. It never did well. It has been officially shut down. You cannot play Lawbreakers the way it was originally intended. That is a dead game. I don't consider a game that's losing a player base to be a dead game if the player base is still there.
Yeah.
If that were the philosophy, World of Warcraft is a dead game.
Yeah.
But I still know people who raid in that game every night.
Yeah.
Like it's not dead.
Exactly, and that is like follows up to all of this goes back to how do you define a dead game?
Right, that's what I mean. Because a lot of people, they know we play a lot of, first off, Final Fantasy XIV. That's a great example because it was dead at 1.0. People considered it, that game's dead. That game's done. Well, you know what? The game that they thought was dead is now one of the biggest MMOs out there because they kept working on it.
And I think the fact of its popularity now actually could put World of Warcraft in the dead category because in the MMO news, Final Fantasy XIV is almost always in the forefront.
I know you follow MMO Champion and all that stuff at this point.
I mean, MMO Champion is just World of Warcraft news.
I thought it used to be a lot of other. It used to be.
It used to be, and then Curse bought it, and then they made it all World of Warcraft
all the time.
All the time, and they even have 2 separate ones for Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch now. But it's just all the direct news, just like League of Legends. League of Legends, another great example. in terms of being in the news, it's dead. It rarely shows up, but it's got such a huge player base still.
I mean, Permeus in her chat says WoW still has one of the highest player counts as a sub game. It does, but people still love to be like, oh, WoW's dead.
Yeah.
There's videos floating around of some prevalent WoW Twitch streamers right now being like, WoW died, it's over. And I'm like, you're playing it right now on your stream, man. Like, how is that a dead game?
Yeah.
Another one is Warframe. Warframe, they know we play that here on the stream quite a bit.
Yeah.
That's another game that when it came out, even I was like, what is this game? And it had the same kind of Final Fantasy XIV trajectory where it came out, got a little bit of loyal people playing it, but it just skyrocketed as they put in more stuff.
Yeah.
At what point would that have been a dead game, though? I mean, could that have been a dead game at the launch? Is it a dead game now because it doesn't hit the headlines as often?
And it's honestly, it could even be a tactic at this point for some companies to go, well, our game is considered dead right now, therefore we have a bigger potential. Because if they drop a huge patch that gets more people in, you now reach the top of the news of dead game, now the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And that can get people, like, I don't know if that's truly the case, but I feel like, what was it, Plains of Eidolon in Warframe was what brought Warframe back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That
Plains
and
of
Twitch
Eidolon
drops.
Twitch drops did a big thing for them. Plains of Eidolon did a big thing for them. They've been around for quite a while now.
They've been around for a long time.
But here's where my discussion was going to go, because I was going to use Warframe as the example for Plains of Eidolon. Warframe got more posted in the news, got people's attention, myself included again, because of a marketing push.
Yeah.
By simply putting money behind the marketing, getting a lot of streamers on it, getting Twitch drops turned on, getting everyone aware that Warframe is a thing that is still going and it's still awesome.
Yeah.
Now everyone's playing it again. So could you revitalize any dead game in that way? Could Overwatch come out with some new map and they just start pushing it everywhere and everyone's like, wow, Overwatch is great?
Something like that, or if they did that with a free trial system.
Yeah,
because
Final Fantasy 14 does that all the time.
Yep, now that, like, even World of Warcraft, when they first came out with that, it's free to play up to level 20, people would go and do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if World of Warcraft went, hey, it's free to play now up to level 70 or something like that, it would get back into the news because people would start talking about it. People who didn't get into it would start to get into it because a lot of these marketing pushes go behind you do not have to have played this game for a very long time to get into it now. And I think that's what often revitalizes games because it is a marketing push. And I think it's very strategic to go, kind of, we're way down here, but it gives us so much room to work with. Like,
It's weird the way the world works now, especially with this whole live service game, because it's so hard to gauge when a game is dead.
Yeah.
You know, Overwatch is dead in the eyes of some of the bigger people that I've been watching on that game, because I still followed what's happening with Overwatch.
Yeah.
I still like the game, I just haven't played it.
Yeah,
and they're like, well, the game is done, the game is dead,
merchandise.
the queue times have gone up.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, is it really dead? Because you're on it right now.
Yeah.
What makes it dead? And are you all going to be back the moment a big content drop happens?
Yep.
Is it a content drop dead? Or is it, no, everyone's quitting, it is dead.
Right.
Dead on. And name another game other than Lawbreakers that has been shut down because of a lack of players.
The only thing that I can even think of, and this I don't even think was a lack of players, was the shutdown of Halo 2. And that's just because it had gotten so old and there were more things out. However, didn't Star Wars The Old Republic?
That one, that got shut down.
That one got shut down, and that is a prime example of a dead game. Because when that came out, it was huge. It converted a lot. I mean, even my guild included, World of Warcraft players were because that was the biggest one at the time, were swarming over to Star Wars because it was a new MMO. It was building off of a franchise that tons of people loved. It had so much potential, did great, but their marketing wasn't there. And I think that actually can very much be there because they kind of just reached a point where they're like, we're satisfied. And that made more
Star
people
Wars Galaxy,
drop off.
not Old Republic. Old Republic's still going.
Oh, it
Galaxy's
was?
the one that got shut down.
Which one was Galaxy?
Galaxy's the one that got shut down. Old Republic's still going.
I know, but which one was Galaxy?
The one before Old Republic.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, what do you want me to say to describe it?
Was that legitimately a MMO before?
Yeah.
Well, that explains... My knowledge of that explains why that would get shut down. Because I know the majority of MMOs.
Same thing as Old Republic. Came out as a huge deal. They messed that one up because they made it so that like 1 in like I think 1,000 could become a Jedi the way it's supposed to be, and then they eventually were like, it's a class you can pick.
Yeah. Okay, that I'm actually kind of glad because the Old Republic was a fun game, but could be considered dead because it's not mentioned anywhere.
Oh no, you're right. You're right about that. That I'll agree with. Same thing with DCU Online.
DCU Online.
DCU Online still has monthly updates, monthly patches, stuff coming out. But isn't that game dead?
Yeah.
No, it's not dead because you stopped playing it. It's just people have moved on.
I think dead. Every discussion we've had right now and the games we've brought up, dead relates to the marketing. Because Black Desert Online could have been considered dead until they started pushing it.
If it was dead, then you tell those PvPers to stop ganking me. Your game is dead. Stop killing me. Let me play this dead game.
Before they did their huge Twitch push at this past TwitchCon and stuff like that, when was the last time you really heard anything about Black Desert Online?
Oh, no, you're right about that. Another example I wanted to, well, not, see, you lost my train of thought. You kept going.
Sorry.
I had something I was going to say. I thought it was really good. No, I can't remember what it was.
This is how I feel a lot.
Oh, actually, I think the whole dead analogy is YouTube's fault. How many times do you get on YouTube and you'll see somebody make a video, Fortnite is dead. Call of Duty is dead.
Yes.
You know, and there's 2 YouTubers in general that like to make those videos, but they're not the only ones. There's tons of people that are like, Warframe is dead. It's like, what's the video? And then it gets millions of views because everyone's like, my game is dying. What, should I abandon now?
Right.
And all the content is like, well, I'm just tired of the same content. Well, you know what? Maybe because you play the game 12 hours a day, you don't take breaks, this is all you look at, you may have done everything in the game.
Yeah. I think that and another, bringing YouTube into it, Twitch as well. Because if you see a game that you're like, oh, for 3 months I saw PUBG as #1 played game, now it's on number 15, it's not even in the top bracket, it's dead. Like it could have 30,000 people watching that game specifically, but if it's not in the same spot it was, people could consider it dead. If a game only has...
Twitch and YouTube, I think, have started this trend of a game is dead if you're not interested in it anymore.
Yes.
And I think it's based on these people that just, they go for the clickbait title. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is now dead. They nerfed this rifle, it is dead. It's like, what? No.
Then you get
I watched one of those videos yesterday. Everyone's like, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is done. I'm like, oh, wait, what happened? Click it. They nerfed the rifle. Oh, well, I don't care. I'll use another one.
Yeah, right. And then you get the bandwagoners who go, my favorite YouTuber said it, therefore it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm still going to watch the streamers.
I'm still going to watch all the streamers. I mean, people could say Sea of Thieves is dead, but Summit, I know, had 40,000 people watching him troll people yesterday, drawing penises on their map. That's what he does. When he's
it doesn't surprise me at all.
When he's officially trolled you, he penises on your map and then jumps ship.
And there are some people who take that as their moment of glory. They're like, Summit drew a penis on my map. I am never doing anything. I'm not washing this hand ever again.
So I think, and it's kind of a shorter discussion, I think.
Yeah.
But I believe we've already come to the answer. Because I personally hate that too.
Yeah.
I hate going, hey, we're all playing such and such. And someone goes, people still play that? No, jackass. The reason I mention it's because I just wanted to see somebody go, oh man, I'm excited.
Yeah. Honestly, that's how I feel with Destiny 2 since I have started streaming it. A lot of people will say, oh, you're still playing this? People still play this? It's like, you're literally watching me play this, so obviously people are still playing this.
It's still, but tons of people playing it on the streams.
Yeah.
It still has constant content. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So I think,
and I also think not only is marketing a big sign, because a marketing push can easily revive a game, but if there's no marketing anymore, people are like, oh, it's dead. I think another thing is friends. I think in general, like, I'm not playing this game anymore, so now Dan is not playing this game anymore, so Natalie's not playing this game anymore, so it must be dead. We all lost interest.
That, and there's the, if it's a game that takes a very long time to get good stuff in it, people will avoid games that other people don't play because they want to be able to go, hey, I got this in this game, and other people go, that's great, or they go, you're still playing that?
Yeah.
Like, that's not
I like
that
this
great.
comment from D. Naya. I laughed so hard when I saw the Warframe is Dead video, and all the guy did was complain that they nerfed Chroma to prevent him from being an Eidolon mass murderer. And that's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't
Clickbait.
like something in the game, it's dead.
Clickbait ruined
And
a lot of things.
I think
actually.
I think it comes down to clickbait. I think marketing, clickbait, and if your friends aren't playing. But I don't. There's very few games that I can consider dead. Lawbreakers, WildStar. They mentioned that in the chat here.
Yeah, WildStar just shut down.
Yep. If the game's not shut down, it must have a player base. There must be somebody playing it that the game's not dead.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not in its heyday, but the game's not dead.
Or it's got to have constant content. Because
Yeah.
if a game is like the servers are still live, but they haven't done content in a year and a half, I would consider that.
Oh, Flashpool. Flashpool gives a good one. People still play Pokemon Go? Lol.
Oh my gosh.
He says
yes.
that because he plays and sends us gifts, so I
Yeah.
know he does. But yeah, exactly. I hate
No,
people that are
people
like,
do that all the time.
we'll be walking around playing. People still play Pokemon Go? No, man, I'm just really bored. Pulled a game out from 2 years ago.
Yeah, and there's only 8 of us walking around with it right now. And
Yeah.
like even the community days, you go around and there's tons of people, and they will still say,
Yeah. There'd be people still 30 of play us that? doing a raid, and they're like, people still play that?
yeah.
Nope, nobody plays it.
It's just all around marketing and news and clickbait.
Yeah.
That's how you kill a game, but not actually.
All right, our discussion kind of got to an end very quickly.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe to Eligible Monster for discussions like this one, and more content coming very soon. With the new year arriving and our plans finally going to fruition, we're going to be bringing back our VR show so I can terrify Dan and make him play scary games. We're also going to be bringing back a lot of gameplay with Natalie. Natalie is going to be doing challenges and things in the games. We're also going to have a lot more of the blindfolded things. Those are fun. But I want you guys to hang around, so please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next week or next episode or whatever, and real soon. Bye.